All right, we are in driving development. We're here in the Southeastern Washington Honda dealers, Honda Prologue. We have our friend and building partner, Kevin Lewis, is the CEO of Visit Tri-Cities. And today we are going to talk about the IRONMAN 70.3.
That's what it is.
Is that what it is? Is that what we call it, Kevin?
Official name, IRONMAN 70.3 Washington Tri-Cities.
Perfect. We are actually going to drive the route, and we're going to have a discussion about the Ironman, its impact on our community, how businesses can be aware of it, maybe even potentially partner, and really, I think the tie-in for us in our sector of economic development with your sector of economic development, how do events like this work for our whole community? So, I mean, I think that's kind of an overview of where we're at, right?
That's a perfect overview. It's a good thing to, we're going to drive the course. We're going to find out in a little while here. These guys are, well, the course we're driving is just the bike course. They've already swam 1.2 miles.
Right.
We're going to drive the bike course and see what 56 miles of bike looks like from an automobile.
There we go. Well, that's what we have the Honda Prologue for. We really appreciate the support of Southeastern Washington Honda dealers. Yeah. That's Underwriter in Walla Walla, McCurley Honda here in Tri-Cities, and Yakima we have Harvest Honda. So we really appreciate the support for this. Appreciate the partnership with Visit Tri-Cities. So we are at Columbia Point.
Yep.
Right? And this is where the transition will happen. It'll come out of the water, get on their bikes, and so we're going to drive the course.
Yeah, this is what they call T1, and this is like race central here. So the Ironman Village comes in a couple days before the race. You'll see trucks, gear, folks setting up down here and turning Columbia Point Marina, this Columbia Point Park, into something like you've never seen before.
Awesome.
Because you're going to bring 2,500 bikes down here and rack them in the park.
Yep.
Set up the finish line arch and the VIP locations and all of the athlete gear and tents and everything right here in the park.
Wow.
And it just becomes this hive. It's like a beehive with just all kinds of energy and action going on. A couple days leading up to the race, and then race day.
That's awesome.
Everything takes off. But in terms of just the course itself, so maybe I'll just warm it up a little bit while we're down here.
Okay.
So Friday afternoon is when everything kicks off. Roughly 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon for the race. And the race date is September 21st. So the Friday before that, really everybody starts congregating down here and all the action's happening. And the Honda's doing well.
Oh yeah.
As long as we tell it where to go.
It's right. It's just the driver that's the problem. The Honda's great. No, that's a good point. Again, we really appreciate the sponsorship from the Southeastern Washington Honda Dealers Association, Underwriter in Walla Walla, McCurley Honda here in the Tri-Cities, and Harvest Honda in Yakima.
But our swim, the nice part about our swim is it's downriver.
Yeah.
It's a fast swim, and a lot of the athletes love that.
Yeah.
There are some where the swim is kind of their strong point. They're like, well, that takes away my advantage.
Right, right.
But most of them are pleased with the times when they come out of the water.
Yeah.
So pretty good training regimen, and you got to take, you got to be prepared for it because it's all of 70.3 miles.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine who came when we did Donuts in Development, and he was saying that he just did a triathlon in Coeur d'Alene. It wasn't the Ironman, it was another one locally that did. And he goes, I was training in the pool, and he goes, I got in the open, there they swim in Coeur d'Alene Lake.
Yeah.
And he goes, I got kicked in the face, and they knocked my goggles off. And, so it's also, besides an open water swim, it sounds like it's also in proximity to a lot of other people that are just splashing and kicking and going for it. You might get hit. Yeah,
you're looking for sighting the buoys and getting, staying away from the other athletes. You might get behind a slower one and you got to pass them.
Sure.
Yeah, they used to do that mass swim start, which was even crazier. Where you put all 2,500 people in the water at the same time and go.
Wow.
And that was it was quite a sight to see. But
I guess that's right, because you said a wave start or something, right?
Yeah, so wave start, they'll put like 5 people in a row.
Okay.
And you sort of self-assess, like, what's your time going to be? And so you kind of get in line based on what you think your swim time's going to be.
I gotcha.
So that you're swimming with people that are about your same speed.
That makes sense.
That's sort of the idea.
Okay.
And then they just blow a horn every 3 seconds, and 5 people in, and then the next 5 people in, and they just go. And until they got all of them in the water.
Okay. And I would say it applies to events like IRONMAN 70.3 that either exports a product or a service and ultimately brings dollars into our community. And so events like IRONMAN 70.3 are bringing these dollars that you talked about, the $7 million into our community, and it stays here. And so
imported, right? Yep.
We're bringing those dollars in. Ultimately, in any business, in any industry, economically, that's what we're trying to get, because the more dollars that come in and the multiplier effect, or how the dollars circulate in our economy, like you just described, is exactly right. And so maybe the people that come here for a youth sporting event have a great experience, and they live on the west side, and they're like, I didn't even know this was here. I wonder if there's any jobs I could do here. And so we'd love to connect them with our employers, big or small, and potentially move into our community, because growth is good for everybody. I know sometimes it's a challenge. We don't generally like change, but the reality of it is, if your community isn't growing, it's not good for your community.
It's going the other direction.
And so we're lucky that we've had this growth, and this really sustained growth, almost going back to the Manhattan Project in a lot of ways. A lot of ups and downs over the years, a lot of really rough and rocky patches. But again, talking about our community, we came together, we persevered, and we overcame those obstacles. From Hanford closing down plutonium production in the late 80s, and then before cleanup really kicked in, that was a big economic driver. And so many of those things
left on the bypass.
Okay. So that's, again, it relates back to the culture of our community and the connection, and really the connection with these athletes that are going to be doing the IRONMAN 70.3 on September 21st, right?
I hear a lot of people like looking for new places to eat or new activities to do with their family or whatever, and these are the kinds of events stimulate that. I sometimes say, if you're eating at a restaurant, thank a visitor. Right? Or if you're playing golf on one of our 10 courses, think a visitor, because in a lot of cases, those businesses couldn't sustain themselves without the visitor influx. The money that comes in from the visitors makes a huge impact on the lifestyle that we get to live. And we take that for granted. We just think that, and this is funny, but I keep getting asked, you're gonna get a Trader Joe's here, right? I mean, you've heard that a million times, right? Well, you want to get a Trader Joe's, you got to get the infrastructure, the volume, whatever. This is the way you do it. You create an economy that supports that, and then you get those things. So it's the subtle things, kind of the underlying story of an event, and hopefully, if you're up on Sunday morning and can't quite get to
that's right,
grandma's house, you remember that that's going to help us down the road.
That's exactly right. No, I think to build on that point, when we go with Buck Taft, the Tri-Cities airport manager, and Jack Penning, the airline consultant that the airport hires, and we talk to airlines, we always talk about what's driving the economy forward, right? Because we've got, as an example, people that fly in and fly out. We've got these great numbers about the planes are very full. We've got this balance of recreation and business travelers, and I think it crosses over to the hoteliers too. Talking to Vijay Patel, that's on the visit board, and asking him, how do you differentiate like business travelers from vacation travelers? And he said, well, it's the weekday and the weekend, and what they always want is full all the time. And so to be able to tell people that story, and even when we go with our partners to the International Conference of Shopping Centers, so this ICSC show in Las Vegas every year, when we talk to retailers and we talk to restaurants and we talk to chains and smaller ones and developers that might be interested in the Tri-Cities, we share the information about the companies that are moving to town, the events that we have, that you guys are doing, and just try to highlight that, because that gives them hopefully more confidence that we're going to keep on growing and they're going to have good
continued success. got to give a shout out and big thanks to those businesses down there at Columbia Point too. It really throws a wrinkle in their week,
of course,
and in some ways it's a good wrinkle. It's definitely not business as usual.
No,
but it was great to hear from Lulu's and Perch. Some of the others. The energy that they felt and the constant pulse of people coming through, that they opened early, they finished late, and and I would encourage the locals take advantage of the days leading up to the race down there. Come down and support those businesses. If you usually go for Sunday brunch, you may not want to go to Sunday brunch that time, but you could come down on Saturday or Friday or something, and support those businesses. And again, just making some adaptations, because it's important to keep the race alive. That your businesses stay healthy.
That's right. And you did say Saturday night that Kiwanis do community dinner.
Community fundraising dinner down there at Columbia Point. So we kind of throw a little party down there and have some music and just a good time. Ironman sets up the village. I think I talked about that on Friday, and it's set up through the end of the race. And Sunday, there's merchandise down there. In fact, I brought some merch. Look at this stuff.
Oh wow!
Wow. These kind of cool Ironman Tri-Cities hats.
Wow.
Maps and stuff on them.
And I didn't see it. Is it Ironman Tri-Cities is branded, or is it just Ironman? Or
Ironman Washington Tri-Cities.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Our event logo and localized. Well, even like we're coming to the finish line here, so let's let the medal.
There you go.
This was the medal from last year.
Oh wow.
And we could do a screenshot of that and show it, right? But got the wine charms on them, showcasing the wine area.
Oh, that's cool.
Everything is localized, customized for this race.
Really cool.
Just brand it and tell our story.
Yeah.
So in this little section here, you'll have the bikers coming in, finishing, and runners going out. Okay. And then they connect onto the trail.
Right back there. Yeah. Just where they jump over on the race.
Just jump over onto the trail system there.
Okay.
Big shout out to the folks that live along here.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a part of the event. Adjusting things for that day too. I think golf course is still open, so you can get into it, get on and play.
Well, we're coming back to Columbia Point Marina, where, just like you said, Kevin, the start line, the finish line, the transition for both the swim to bike and then bike to run. But thank you for guiding us on this tour. I enjoyed our conversation. I enjoyed the trip, and just even driving in the Honda Prologue from the Southeastern Washington Honda dealers, I enjoyed seeing the scenery of the trip. And I can't even imagine being on the bike in the Ironman 70.3, what that experience is going to be like. But again, our community is so beautiful. The route that you guys picked is pretty amazing.
It's good.
Yeah.
It gives you an appreciation for what they're doing out there to be in the course. And I'm sure we'll edit this up and condense it a little bit.
No, definitely. It's a long time. It's a long time.
But again, just kind of recognizing that, it's like, wow, it really is an accomplishment. A great thing for our community. See the big finish line down here. We'll look forward to seeing you and anybody else.
We're
come on down.
The Tridec team's talking about volunteering, so we'll go to your website and you can get connected on the pages that you got on the website, learn more about it, be able to volunteer, and be able to do that together. So
visit tricities.com/Ironman and all of that information. Thank you, sir.
Here we are.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thanks, Kevin.
Good times.
Appreciate it.